chat again. I really need to get a plugin for chat. Stay in the fight where you put all. I have to figure out where I put myself. Because no matter how much I play a game, I can never remember what the UI looks like. Hopefully today we don't have that many internet issues. That's loud. Just need to take my controller inputs. There we go. I haven't even checked if the save file is still fine or if I did some shenanigans with it. I hate how the music is so loud in the beginning. Just to be normal when you enter the menu. Yeah, it's probably because before you enter the menu, it doesn't take your settings. Dark Souls games do the same, which just giga loud, and then you press a button, and then it's just proper setup. What did we do last time? I think we just killed the dragon. Yes, that's the dragon weapons. Everything is Dragon Forge except for our hosen, which probably means we didn't wear them for the dragon, because the dragon is guaranteed to Dragon Forge everything. Let me check what Wild Rose has. Chest Caver. Griffin said, right? Yeah. Barbed nails. Are those the stagger ones? Yes. They're very good, by the way. One of the best accessories in the game. Baleful nails are just stats. They're less good. They're better early game, because 2020 is good early game, but also good late game. Don't do that game. Let's so what I want to do is I want to grab the Asura armor. I haven't played in a while. I don't remember how this game plays. We have meds. Plenty. We have a mage with us. We don't need that many meds. So what I want to do is grab the Asura armor, which shouldn't be an issue because we did almost every quest, if I remember correctly. So it should just be one of the ones we can pick up here. But there is no quest. Do we have the Ashura armor already?
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Draw. I don't see it.
What will it be? Have your pick. Come again.
We probably still have notice board quests open, and that's why. Yeah, we picked them up already. There it is, Asura armor. 7 Geosaurians. Didn't remember that we picked them up. Happens if you don't play the save file for like 9 months. Part of cracks. In post-game, Geosaurians can be found in a couple of places, but the easiest one is just to go back to where you fought the dragon. What attacks do we have? Plegic arrow? Why am I running Plegic arrow?
'Tis a heavy onus the men here bear.
Well, I guess we don't have that many good arrows as assassins. Torpor is nice. get the Smite Rolls on. Double Lash, double Lunge, Exodus Slash, okay. That's the dodge and the 2 damage abilities that actually get any use out of
Ready, sir.
just existing. I wonder if the pawns know how to properly use like Arc of Defiance and stuff like that.
Strange saurians reside in these parts.
It aims to hide itself, then attack.
As always for Saurians, we want to cut off the tail first,
The tail is severed. He's my
because
support.
then they're very weak.
Mind the edge, Master. Its tail is most likely its weakness. Mayhap their tails are weak as well.
I'll strike an attack!
That's the wrong one.
One by one!
We have triumphed.
If you hold an
It's my
enemy,
duty to share this
or if your
journey.
pawn holds an enemy,
And
you do
lost
double
soul
damage on it.
inside fills this
So
pawn with vigor
usually
and
worth
healing
it.
wounds.
If there isn't too many enemies around.
All here means certainty. The tail is severed. The fiends are swift. Be wary.
Mayhap their tails are weak as well.
Are we done already? Just finished the quest. Not the Asura armor one. Must have had another one for the Asaurians. I don't remember what this quest is. I don't even remember what the Frontier Caverns are. Yeah, Fathom Deep is the next main quest to completely finish off the game, which will probably take a while.
Follow me, Arisen. Giant bats? My strength fails me. I've learned a new way. I've learned beasts. I'm on my way.
Where are you guys going? They're just leaving me with a siren.
We have triumphed. Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Did it! Leave it to me.
Rest of the Geosaurians we need is here.
Saurian! It is a trap to throw. Is this oil? The tail is severed. I strike its back. The scales affect their head are soft. Its head is mine.
Mayhap their tails are weak as well.
Let's circle round the back. Slay.
What is the yellow pawn we have? Is she a ranger or a rider? Ranger, okay.
One by one. It spits a black tar. The tail is severed. Fall here is certain death.
There we go, done with the Geosaurians.
I'll strike at its back!
I've learned a new way
I've learned
to
new
fight.
techniques against that foe.
If anything else we can do here? I don't think we do. Cockatrice is somewhere else. Or Chimera is just in the open world. Chimeras. Do not count as normal souls. The important thing is that we get the Asura armor. The Asura armor increases the amount of discipline points you gain. And that is important for some grinding I intend to do. I'm probably gonna show off and then not do it on stream because it's not the most entertaining thing.
And now, have your pick. Come again.
No, notice board. Firewalks. But here the throw armor looks like it loads. Looks like this. And it increases stamina consumption, which is for the grind that I'm going to do not noticeable, but also boosts the amount of discipline earned. And that stacks with the rings of perseverance that we got in the
If that
very
have your
first
pick,
stream
what will it be?
ages ago. Or the two
What
rings
will
of
it be
perseverance
today?
rather.
Have your pick. Come again.
And what you do with that, I'm gonna show that off right now.
Blackness. Would it portend
What you do with that is you put that on, you put the two rings of perseverance on, and then a class that you still need to learn your stuff on. You go up here in post game. And then
Leave it to me.
you can trigger these guards,
This is the Arisen's
and they will spawn indefinitely. And you can either bring some pawns with you that will kill them for you, or you can kill them yourself. If you're playing any ranged vocation, you can stand up here and they can't do anything to you. They're melee only and they cannot jump. They give very little XP, as you see in the top right corner. They give like 80. But it's actually a good thing, because it means a higher proportion of the XP they give is discipline, because it's a weird system. And also it means that you can level classes without getting actual levels, so you can get your stat growth the way you want them to be, while while also getting abilities from other classes before you're level capped. You don't have to worry too much about it. And if you're done, or if you're about to level up, you just leave, you get the level up. You can teleport out, or you can run out of the city, both work. Teleporting out is faster. And then that's that. That's what I'm gonna do between streams, probably. Just slap that on and get a couple skills for Wild Rose that I want on her. Not that I think she needs a lot. She might actually already have, like, there's a 10% damage up in Fighter that I would like her to have. And Sinew, but looking at her weight, she already has Sinew. So
What took years to build, to
that's not gonna matter.
destroy
But yeah, I'm
in
gonna
one instant.
probably max out all the vocations. And then we're gonna be like 5 levels higher than we were when we ended the stream, probably. But for now, we're just gonna do gee, am I gonna... The problem is if I'm gonna go into New Game Plus now,
Oh, hello.
or soon, I won't have access to the grind. Let's instead do some Bitter Black. I think I'm gonna grab the Immortal set, because she's gonna wear that for like the next 50 levels.
Tis a port crystal. Tis a port
One
crystal,
can reach it
master.
from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
It is
We can do
difficult
some
to
Bitter
build
Black
down
stuff.
here.
Grab some basics. Or do we need to kill Gazer for that? I think we might need to kill Gazer to gain access to the
Wager she's a tale to tell.
Immortal quests.
For now, if there is...
Station we don't need. Skeleton key we don't need. That. Gonna forget to pack up the gold idol fortitude if I put it away, so I'm gonna keep it. Do have healing items.
If there is
Couple.
odd...
Oh, we have not the stuff that I thought we would.
If there is odd...
Also, money situation. 300k. We can buy some stuff if we need it.
An epitaph, perhaps?
Now we're gonna go kill Gazer and then
The moonlight lends this
see if
place
we
an
can't get the
otherworldly
immortal
feel.
items.
Yes, indeed. Tis fast! Beware it arisen! Let go, fiend!
I don't remember that you needed to do Gazer before you could get the immortal items.
Clear of those fangs! Did it!
Anytime. Hobgoblin! It is a formidable foe.
A cyclops! The first strike shall be mine.
I'm over the HP bar. Probably shouldn't move myself. I'm gonna do that in the next area. The next area is safe.
Deeper we go,
I'm just gonna put
keener I
myself
sense
in the
a malice,
bottom
or
right,
some
probably.
like it.
That should work.
I'll heal your wounds.
You've been hearing voice. Even the late. See, now will you have a look?
Upgrade anything we can. Don't
Now,
remember
will you
what I
have a
need
look?
for those
What do you-
either.
What'll it be then? Now, no.
The door down there looks locked to me, so there's a good chance that we have to run to Soulflare Cairn. Shouldn't be an issue. Mainly the run through here is difficult if you're super low level. Because the stuff like one-shots you. This is not content intended for lower levels, so
None of it matters now.
stuff
None
hurts
of
when it punches you.
Pray, leave me to sleep in peace.
It does not seem human. 'Tis
We'll ignore
certainly no
them.
pawn. 'Tis weak to fire! I obey. I'll
This
go at
chest
once.
always has a man-eater in it. Maybe we can get a pawn to open it. I like the dramatic combat music for some bats.
Agreed. It must be done.
I'm on my way.
Are you gonna
I
open
wonder
it?
what's inside.
Yes! So,
Techniques against
man-eaters
Tis so small. It's no threat to us.
aren't very dangerous in a group. The most difficult thing is this. That's Exequi. If you stand in there, you instantly die. As demonstrated by White Rose.
Trembling foe. This'll
And that
restore a bit
counts
of
for
health.
the Arisen as well. If you get hit by Exequi, you are dead.
Meddlesome thing.
This object is
We
cursed.
have triumphed.
That is also the most dangerous thing they do. If you open the chest, they'll attempt to eat you.
So small. It's no threat to us.
And you have to wiggle out of that. And it's a really difficult wiggle.
Your wounds.
All the later game wiggles are difficult without the wiggling augment. They're but difficult for your hand because you have to wiggle a lot.
I can bear to see no more death. Follow me, Craven, if you will. I'll go no further. I go very
First strike shall be mine.
No! This ends
with a blade.
With holy light.
Yeah. And if the man-eater kills you with its grab attack, it will bore you. So if it kills the Arisen, you're just dead, but you're just dead anyways when you lose all your HP as the Arisen. And if it kills a pawn, it will swallow it, and then you can't, like they're back in the rift, you can't revive them.
My beloved, I had hoped to leave this life held
There's
in
the
your
look of a
strong
cyclops.
There! Human bones that move on their own! I shall take
Every
them
blow is deadly. Be careful.
Is this giant too?
PSA, you die if you die. That is correct.
Shall we leave it be? Please?
It is more vicious than the cyclops.
They could have made it that your pawns can revive you too. You know? But that's not a thing, unfortunately.
It's every blow.
Right about when you reach this point, you will trigger a gargoyle.
Is this giant too?
Perhaps we do well not to disturb.
The bloom on the holy enchantment makes it really difficult to see in here. Yeah, this gargoyle, as you can see, is quite tough. And it will not only almost one-shot you if you're like early level,
Is this giant
it'll also petrify you. And if you get petrified and you don't have a cleanse, you die.
Pray we're not attacked here. Perhaps we do well not to disturb it.
You need a secret softener or a panacea, both of which I think Barrock solves.
Is this giant too a prisoner here? Shall we leave it be? Please?
The void key that we need is always or often has a novelty in it.
Perhaps we do well not to
What
disturb it.
garden of strange delights is this? What forgotten paradise? What font of endless diversion?
And then
Shall we
picked
leave
up a
it be?
quest for macabre statues. One of them is in this cage. And if you don't have levitate, the way you get it is by grabbing onto this thing and then jumping over here. That can be done with every class. It's obviously easier with the double jump ones, and even easier with the levitate ones.
No! They hold the advantage! Perhaps we do well not to disturb it.
I'm dead. Yep. I jumped a bit too late for the second jump, and that's why you save before you do the jumps. Crunch. It's such a good noise. It hurts so much to listen to.
Font of endless diversion.
I shall restore your health. Hold on.
The stench of blood.
Ooh.
Stand at the
Close.
merry mouth of hell itself.
Just gonna splat here. Heal
Leave
me.
it to me.
Did I give her the Worm King ring? I didn't, I should.
There's little we can do to brace for attack.
If you want some early game XP, you can buy some throw blasts and just throw blast the four Cyclops to death. That's something you feel like doing. I won't. Because grinding for XP in normal mode is not worth it. I mean, it's about half as worth it as doing it in hard mode, since you get half the XP. But I can't be arsed. There's a macabre statue
Are you
down
all right,
here,
Master?
but the water will poison you. Which is not an issue if you have a mage that is even somewhat decently built, because they will have Halidom. Secret softener. This chest right here. And the chest next to the Gore Cyclops can have an item in it
There's the look of a cyclops.
from here. Rancid bait meat. Perfect. Oh,
It's too powerful.
there's the save. That can spawn these guys. Usually not on pickup, but these have a chance to spawn on clearing an area in certain areas. Since we killed everything except for... Yeah, we can't kill that. You see, we don't do any damage to it.
Please help me.
So we're just gonna
Small,
leave.
animals have to be slain.
If weak point hits do like a pixel worth of damage, we don't have enough stats to fight this thing yet. Like I said, this is supposed to be end game content, and
Bones. Walking bones.
the cursed dragons especially are fairly powerful.
It hates fire.
Cursed dragons are also one of the better XP farms for sorcerers, fun fact. Pigeon's blood. We might need that for a staff eventually. But I guess not, we probably won't use a staff on this. Since
Our foes are fearsome strong. This may be the point of
I plan to
treating
have our
wounds
pawn be a
immediately.
strider in the end, and we will be any physical vocation really.
Bone approaches. This must be the work of the darkest magic. I should take on the strong. They rampage indiscriminately. Attack while I hold it. I'll grab it. Take the chance to attack.
Even the same path can offer different views between coming and going.
We have triumphed.
Normally I just run past all that stuff, honestly. There is a secret in quotes back here. That's where there's two skeleton magi.
Let's scatter those bones. Does not seem human. Tis certainly no pawn. Tis weak to fire.
But there
We have triumphed.
are secrets. You can't really reach them with anything that doesn't have a double jump or levitate. So only with the yellow vocations while they're wearing daggers. And the blue vocations. There's a tier 3 chest up here.
What's that?
Then once you open it, it's just open and leads back to this room. This room is... That's where the man-eater was. Like, to the left. And then to get back, you can either jump over the cliff like I did, or the intended route is going through here.
I can't but envy their endurance.
You're supposed to jump through here and go through there, but you can just jump over there. Don't need a double jump for it, you don't need levitate for it, you can just make the jump. Which is really nice. Because then you can pick up a skeleton key on the way. Which is definitely worth it. Skeleton keys are very rare, but it's just nice to have. Yeah, in this area you can loot a couple King Warish. King Warish are the best healing grass in the game. But they are only obtainable in very limited quantity, and you have to go out of your way to farm them.
We'll not have it open
So,
without a key.
grabbing them whenever you come across them is worth it. The best purchasable in quotes healing item is Matured Green Warish, which heals like I think like 500, and King War Sheet's like 1500. And even for potent, wait,
The lot of it is mad.
well, they probably died to the cursed dragon actually. I was a little bit confused on where my pawns went for a second. Yeah, they definitely died to the cursed dragon. Which is fine. It's a bit unlucky for the random pawn, because if the random pawn you have with you dies, they always only get a 3-star rating, which
Pray,
not that great. You
no more.
preferably, unless the pawn actually sucks, you want to give out good ratings. But for White Rose it doesn't really matter. Like if your own pawn dies, whatever.
Have we sufficient stores of oil?
But there should be a repairable rift crystal in here. But can we afford to? Yes. Repairing these rift crystals is not super worth it, because if you go into a new game cycle, they break again. Other note, up here, here's another macabre statue. And this is a healing spring. You can, if you have empty bottles, pull the water out of it, and that's a decent healing item. That is easily farmable, because the healing springs are infinite. And empty bottles can be purchased very cheap. But it is rather heavy, so it's not the best. But if you want a decent healing item that you can just get for cheap, you can do that. It'll take a while though, because you have to grab them one by one. You have to fill the flasks one by one. If you give your pawns flasks too, they fill them, but they aren't fast. But it'll help a bit. Grab another mage. Should be able to grab. There she is. 53 is a bit higher than we are, but that's okay.
I am honored to travel.
The mage from my other account.
Is everything in order,
You want to
Master?
know what I expect from a mage? I expect them to have Anodyne, Halidom, Fire Affinity, and Holy Affinity. That's like my mandatory requirements. And then I have Ingle and Frigor. I'm probably gonna... Well, Ingle is decent. I'm thinking about running Combustion instead. Because with 2 barbed nails and the... I see that. The skills she has on. She has very high knockdown chance of her spells. What's down here? Yeah. So, Acuity and Attunement just increase her magic power. Sinew increases her carrying capacity. Articularity increases how quick she casts. I think it's 10%. Emphasis increases knockdown power with spells. Impact increases knockdown power on everything that specifically does knockdown. That is like 4 or 5 spells. It's Ingle, Combustion, Frigor, and I think Bolide are like the only spells that are affected by impact. But yeah, the idea is that she
Is everything in order, Master?
does good knockdown when she attacks, and supports otherwise.
If you should ever...
Just what I made her for.
Let us continue our exploration using this stone as a hub.
And before we do anything else, we will grab Worm King's Ring
Now, wouldn't it be?
and healing items, because since they died, they lost all their inventory. You don't have to worry about actually losing stuff when pawns die. It will just go into your storage. Everything they have on them except for their equipment will go into storage. Then I like to have a handful of mushrooms on people. Because if you completely run out of stamina, you go into the stamina recovery animation, but if you just eat a mushroom, which the pawns will do if they completely run out of stamina, the recovery animation is a lot shorter. And technically, if you eat it before you enter the animation, you can just skip the animation completely. I can show that off, actually. But we should have the Worm King ring. The Worm King ring, like Articularity, increases casting speed. Or decreases casting time, rather. I think it stacks multiplicatively for like a total of 19% or something like that. It helps. This crate right here, whenever Bitter Black resets, is always filled with throw blasts, which is nice because throw blasts are very good. So it's worth picking up. Airtight flasks are decent to pick up. You can do some shenanigans with them. You can also just preserve some good food items. The most interesting one is sour ambrosial meat. Because sour ambrosial meat regen or gives you like 1,000,000 stamina back when you eat it. But meat items in general rot over time, so don't want them to rot anymore, so you can just preserve them in an airtight flask, and then you can go to Mont Blanc and duplicate them if you feel like it. It'll take a while, but they're good. I never do it. I just usually use mushrooms. Because I can just buy them. Dragon Wing Circlet. 500G. Immortals Helm, okay. We have to go down here for the Immortals quest. Okay. That's fine. Don't have to slay Gazer after all.
What? Some may have. If I... No. What'll it be?
We might anyways. Panacea right here. The secret softener. Don't need that. That. Don't need sleeper arrows, especially not 10. They won't do anything. I will need to grab a lift stone again because we will need one to teleport out of here. That wasn't the best idea. The novelty and gear is always super heavy, so that's worth depositing whenever you can. Ogre Bone, the ring, increases your stagger resistance. That's also a decent choice for mages and sorcerers, because it means they have a less high chance of getting staggered out of their spells.
What'll it be then?
Draw. You need one lift stone, and I would like two sets of Funk Parry-ups in case we need them, in case we run into another cursed dragon or something.
What'll it be? No. No.
Let me show off the stamina thing I mentioned earlier real quick. Grab a normal mushroom.
What'll it be? No.
So it's a bit less useful with pawns, because pawns will also just help you get out of stamina state. Let's show that off too. So like pawns might help you get out of
Don't worry,
there.
I'm here.
And then you can move
Please
again.
Don't overdo it.
And that's nice. But in combat that is a bit harder to happen because they won't be right next to you all the time. Otherwise you have this animation, which, as you can see, lasts for quite a while. If you can manage to slip off of something, you can cancel it. But also, if you see the crosshair went away because I'm about to go into the stun animation. But if I just eat a mushroom, it's very short. And if you eat the mushroom before you even enter the stun animation at all, you just skip it entirely. Now we use the lift stone. And we'll go kill the Gore Cyclops in Soulflare Canyon.
Tis a port crystal, master.
Is indeed a port crystal. So you can't ferry stone out of any other area in Bitter Black except for the starting area. I don't think we have a teleport crystal right next to Soulflare Canyon, but this is close enough.
Tis a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
I think we have a quest to kill a cockatrice in Soulflare Canyon as well. Maybe we'll do that too. We do have 3 Panacea, that should be plenty. We also have a mage with... actually, that doesn't matter. Halidom does not cure petrification. You would need a sorcerer with a void spell to cure that.
Treasure, perhaps?
But I would personally not recommend running a sorcerer with a void spell. Because that's not what you bring a sorcerer for. You bring a sorcerer to
Goblin packs
rain
are
doom and
covered by
destruction
the
on
swamp.
enemies. At least that's my opinion. Realistically, you can just do whatever the fuck you want with your pawns. Large mushrooms.
I ill like the look of this cave. Stay vigilant.
I think there's goblins at this entrance.
A hobgoblin arisen. Be wary. Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling still.
Is there water?
Dear master, snow harpies.
I leave the root foes to you.
Slay them before they can use their voice. Beware the harpy song. I've set its wings ablaze.
I'll support you.
I'll strike with fire before it recovers. Burn their wings. Take my fire. Don't let them
If you have a fire buff weapon and you hit a harpy, they would instantly fall to the ground. Otherwise, you need to actually knock them down.